Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, lawmakers, ACLU file suit challenging release of New Hampshire voter information. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
I write pretty much all day, every day, and Grammarly makes my writing better.
As a student, I like that it's free. It actually is correcting everything as
It is a 16-page lawsuit filed by the ACLU as well as a Republican state representative and Democratic state senator. President Trump's Commission on Election Integrity has asked each state to hand over voter information. Many states are refusing, but New Hampshire plans to provide only voters public information. That includes names, party affiliation, and addresses. Officials stress they would not share driver's licenses or social security numbers. But the lawsuit claims the Secretary of State's office is ignoring state law. It says officials don't have the authority to release voter information to anyone other than a political party, committee, or candidate for state office. But the Deputy Secretary of State says it is legal and will determine whether or not voter fraud is actually happening.
It's information that any citizen of New Hampshire can go down to their town clerk or their supervisor of the checklist and obtain. It's nothing short of that.
Well, the lawsuit says in part that the commission needs to follow the same rules that apply to members of the public. This dissemination could cause New Hampshire voter information to be used by others for commercial purposes, contrary to the legislature's intent. So as of right now, the Secretary of State's office plans to provide the voter information to the commission by next week, and that is a plan that Governor Chris Sununu supports. Reporting live in Concord, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And if you live in New Hampshire, we want to hear from you and let us know what you think about this. Do you think it's a good plan to release that information or not? Comment below and let us know. 14-year-old among two people shot, one dead in Dorchester. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
Entrusting haven for my patients. I will remain objective in my relationships. I will not violate the physical boundaries of the patient. And will always do no harm.
Boston Police Commissioner Bill Evans taking part in a peace march in East Boston. Not 30 minutes later, he was at the scene of a deadly double shooting in Grove Hall.
We have two victims. We have a 14-year-old who's, thank God, he's just shot in the foot. He's fine. We have a possibly 18 to 21-year-old who was shot in the chest. He's been pronounced at Boston Medical Center, unfortunately.
It's been a busy 48 hours. Two fatal stabbings, including a 15-year-old who stabbed an 18-year-old in Dudley Square. Police did make a quick arrest and then found themselves at a shooting and standoff in Upham's Corner and investigating an early morning home invasion in Hyde Park. Evans says this double shooting was not random.
I want to clearly say it looks like targeted and gang-related, no doubt about it.
July 4th week traditionally brings a spike in crime, so police had already beefed up patrols throughout the neighborhoods, but admit that isn't always enough.
You know, we had a police vehicle with officers less than 50 yards away, so again, it just goes to the whole idea there's too many guns out there, and there's too many young kids with the guns.
At this hour, investigators are studying surveillance tape from area businesses, but Commissioner Evans says that their very best tool for fighting crimes like this is witnesses. So if you've seen anything or know anything, you are urged to call or text police. Anonymous tips are fine. We're live in Dorchester tonight. I'm Mary Slett.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Governor LePage suggests he makes up story to mislead media. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8 in Maine.
U.S. Cellular has unlimited data and got rid of hidden fees. Now's your turn. Moment!
Didn't you just get rid of that?
Sure did, but activate your fees pop up every time you upgrade or add a line. Be done with hidden fees and get unlimited data for $40 a month.
Steve, on Monday during the government shutdown, we reported that Governor LePage had told legislative leaders about his plans to leave town for 10 days. Our story had two sources, Republican Senate President Mike Thibodeau and a rank-and-file Democratic lawmaker. The governor's office, his communications director, blasted our story as, quote, fake news. Later that night, the governor told reporters what he actually said was his pen was going on vacation, meaning he was not planning to sign a budget. During an interview on WGAN this morning, LePage said that he makes up stories to mislead the media. Then, in response to a public records request, the Senate Republican office released this voicemail left for Republican State Senator Roger Cates on Monday.
Yeah, Roger, this is Governor LePage. I'm heading out of town for about 10 days, and I'd like to speak to you before I leave. So could you give me a call, please? Thank you.
That is the entire voicemail message, minus the part where the governor lists his cell phone number. We have reached out to the governor's office to see what his staffers have to say now. They have not responded yet. I'm Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And if you live in the Maine area, I want to hear from you. Let us know what you think about this. The governor misleading the media on things. Comment below and let me know. The U.S. is not interested in making any deals with North Korea right now. Here's why. The United States is not interested in making concessions to North Korea anytime soon, following what is widely believed to be that country's first launch of an international ballistic missile, ICBM, according to analysts at research firm Eurers Group. Trump, Putin, set for high-stakes first meeting. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
You know, Obama says that Trump might be friendly with Putin, which I'm not. I don't know Putin, but they're coming up with this narrative like I'd be weak with Putin. Well, I never met Putin. I don't know who put this. He said one nice thing about me. He said I'm a genius. I said thank you very much to the newspaper.
I said he's a better leader than Obama.
But he does get rid of it.
I said he's a better leader than Obama because Obama's not a leader. So he's certainly doing a better job than Obama is.
Putin said Trump is brilliant. And Trump, no, Putin. Now, I don't know Putin. We did do 60 Minutes together. Now, we weren't together, but he was on, I was on the same night. We got great ratings, by the way. I would treat Vladimir Putin firmly, but there's nothing I can think of that I'd rather do than have Russia friendly as opposed to the way they are right now. Putin said some very good things about me. People say, oh, Trump's going to be weak with Putin because Putin is saying nice things about me. Okay, all right. And I said he's a strong guy. They immediately say, oh, Trump likes Putin. Look, I don't like or dislike. First of all, I have to say this. Wouldn't it be great if we actually got along with Russia? Am I wrong in saying that? Wouldn't it be great?
If Putin likes Donald Trump, guess what, folks? That's called an asset, not a liability. Now, I don't know that I'm going to get along with Vladimir Putin. I hope I do. President Putin called me up very nicely to congratulate me on the win of the election. He then called me up extremely nicely to congratulate me on the inauguration. Frankly, Putin is backing a person that's truly an evil person. When you drop gas or bombs or barrel bombs, they have these massive barrels with dynamite and they drop them right in the middle of a group of people. So right now we're not getting along with Russia at all. We may be at an all-time low in terms of relationship with Russia.
Okay, there was that video for you of Trump talking about different things on different dates of events, as you can see in that video. President Trump and members of his national security will meet with Russia President Vladimir Putin tomorrow at the G20 summit in Germany, in what is sure to be a high-stakes first meeting between the two leaders. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday. See you back here later on today. Bye, everyone.